Hi, welcome to the International Traditional Chinese Medicine Diploma course. This video is basically, I'm just describing the first 3 semesters where we concentrate on the foundation of traditional Chinese medicine. So I will just basically read up some of the things that are covered, and you can feel free to ask questions below here if there are some of the things that you want to know a little bit more about. So I will give you some examples of the lectures, and it's basically based on the textbook that we are using, which is the Foundation of Chinese Medicine by Giovanni Mattioggia. It's a great book. Great, not just great, but it weighs half a ton. It's heavy. It's about 1,200 pages, and it's what we are covering additionally with other books. So we are, for example, the first lecture is related to the yin and yang, the historical development and the nature of the yin and yang concepts, application of yin and yang to medicine, and the 4 principles of yin and yang, the opposition and the interdependence, the mutual consuming and the intertransformation of yin and yang. So that's basically the first lecture. After that, and it's basically you reading the lesson and trying to understand it, and I will thereafter I will answer questions to clarify. It is, for Westerners, it's a very mysterious and very complicated structure of philosophy. So therefore, rather than just making a lot of videos and explaining a whole bunch of things, we prefer that it's more interactive, meaning that you read and then you show what things that you did not understand, so I can help you to understand in a way that you can absorb it in an efficient manner. So lecture 2 is the 5 elements, where we go into the basic qualities, the movement, the seasonal cycles, interrelationship, correspondence, and so on. And from there we go to the vital substances, transformation of qi. We go to the functions of the internal organs, which are different from the way that Western medicine look at it. The functions of the heart, for example, and the causes of diseases, the internal causes, the external causes, and all the different functions of the different organs. Then we go on from this to the second semester, where we go into more related to the diagnostic parts and the pathology of the foundation, meaning we go into diagnosis by observation, by interrogation, palpation, by hearing and smelling, and also the pathology related to the yin and yang imbalance and the qi, the mechanism of qi flow in the body, the identification of patterns according to these principles, because that's where the benefits and the strengths of Chinese medicine really come into effect, where you see the patterns. And by learning a lot about these patterns, liver patterns, lung patterns, spleen patterns, and so on, you actually can pick up a lot of stuff with very little information, where a Western medical practitioner would need a lot more equipment, X-rays, and MRIs, and a lot of stuff, and still they are guessing, unfortunately, too much of the time, where we have a much better system that has developed over 3,000 years, until when you go and you can look at those patterns where you combine patterns and so on. You can really go very deep and very specific into diagnostic results, and from that into the method of healing, the modalities like acupuncture, gua sha, tuina massage, and herbs, and so on. So there we're going into all the different patterns. So the second semester is mostly about how does the diagnostic system work, and how is it identifying the different patterns according to the different philosophies. Then the third semester we are going into more like the points itself, how the shoe point, for example, and the specific categories of acupuncture points, and then we go into each channel, like the lung channel, the large intestine, and so on, and from that's basically it, where is, and then combining points to give the right treatment, and also it ends basically with the principle and strategies of the treatment. So that's the third semester. All right. Then the second stage, which is another 3 semesters, 4, 5, and 6, we are going into the specific into diagnostic, where is a more practical approach, and then 7, 8, and 9 semester, it is specific into the practical application. So there you're dealing with individuals, and we are using case files from my own practice and from other practice, and as well as the student will be able to give their own condition if they have any health issues, or any family members or friends or other people that they might know who have some issues that we might be able to resolve as an example. So that means that you will give, explanation, and in this particular system of medicine we use like tongue diagnosis. So you will give a picture of the tongue, well lit, and explain different things, the history, the medical history, and so on, and then answer questions, so we can do a little detective work and find out what is the problem, where is the lack and or excess, the imbalances, and then what to do, what kind of treatment are we going to apply. So that's a little bit extra information besides the normal Q&A that we got so far. So I hope it's helpful. And as I said, please feel free to comment, click like or unlike or whatever you feel like. And feel free to give any suggestions on. We don't have a very expensive video setup. This is how it goes, because this is a low budget operation, which is also why we can make the lessons and the studies. This is probably considering I've been looking at what is available online to study traditional Chinese medicine, and I would say this is the best value for the money, you could say. There are better. If you go to China, you can study 4-year degree, 6-year degree, 8-year degree. Of course, we can't compare to that. It's of course better, but there are online courses that are not even half as good as what we're offering, and still they are charging a couple of thousand plus per year. So we have decided to give the most that we can give through this medium, online medium, as well as make it for a reasonable price. That's quite good value for the money. So until next time, stay healthy, and I'd like to hear from you